Hello everyone, my name is Bygl and welcome back to another episode here from the Metacraft SMP. I hope you are having a wonderful day today, and this is episode 8 and we're gonna start off today with a little bit of a mischievous activity, if you will. So enbentz, right? What a guy, that enbentz guy. The enbentz guy who put a quintillion of dogs into our base a few episodes back, so yeah, he's been doing this for quite a while, a bunch of small pranks, but it's been adding up, slowly, so I had the perfect idea for a payback. It's so perfect that it might actually be a little too much. Well, I guess we'll see based on the reaction that he has to it, but basically what we needed to do to actually achieve this prank is moving all of the dogs that I very secretly kept in my base still back to his base, which I managed to do by using lava and fire breathing potions. Fire resistance potions is what I meant. So I've been using those, I splashed the dogs with them, I moved them around with lava. I am doing this with the pre-recorded type of storytelling because I don't want you guys to see the carnage that occurred when the fire potion ran out and I didn't know about it. So yeah, I think I'd rather not show that on camera. So what you can see in front of you right now is both a peace treaty of a sort. You know, I delivered all of the dogs to enbentz. That's kind of a nice thing to do, right? And it's also a provocation. So what we're gonna do is not really gonna be considered a prank, or shouldn't be considered a prank. I think this should be considered more a war crime, if nothing else. So we're gonna hook up a little bit of redstone like so. Okay, I don't think I need to explain the redstone technicality of this thing. But what I do want to mention though is that there is no incentive to press this button. There is no reason. I am not saying to press this button on the side, so when enbentz does press this button, it's his fault that all of these doggies, innocent doggies, blow up. I don't like how they all turned their head towards me when I said that. Oh no, I already feel guilty for all the doggos that died in the Nether while I was transporting them over here. I think a solid 40% of them got over here. Now that I said that, that doesn't actually sound very good. Okay, the bomb has been planted, now we just need to wait for the results. We'll see how that goes relatively soon, I think. Anyway, yeah, last episode I said that I'm gonna work on this building over here, or this room, right? And I never actually worked on it, so I did it off camera in between episodes here, and this is how it looks. It's a pretty simple room. We have oak that we had here before, right? Some blue concrete, this is where the sugarcane goes. As before, we still have the manual button over here, and I also decorated the inside of it like so. And over here, as I said in the last episode, but didn't do, even though I should have, I kind of want to apologize for that. The basic idea is that someone was trying to navigate this area over here, but the stairs were ruined and stuff and weren't really that easily traversable, is the word, I think. So there's a bunch of supports and ladders that are supposed to assist you going down here, which is the main area, right? But I think that turned out pretty good. It's not fancy redstone transportation or anything, but I think it's pretty decent storytelling as far as that goes. And as far as this tunnel over here goes, basically the plan is, since we have a orange room over here, right, and a bluish room over here which has a lot of green in it, so the idea is that we're gonna keep these parts orange, and the lower we go with the wall, it's gonna be more and more oxidized, and we're gonna have this cool transition from orange to blue and vice versa. But that is basically everything we're gonna do for our base today. We have a few projects that need to be taken care of first before we continue working on our base over here, and they're actually community related. So right now I'm gathering a bunch of coal, and you can see that there's a lot of people online right now as well. From what I gathered, I think they are all working on the project right now in different ways, and we're gonna talk about it in just a little bit. It's actually been around for a month at this point, at the project, so I think it's about prime time that I actually show it off in the episode over here. And this project is located right on the other side of our Nether Portal over here, so I don't know if you guys remember how this looked before. We did move around our Nether Portal a little bit. And if it wanted to load in again, there's a lot of people on right now, so server is struggling a little bit, but you can see it right over there. Just gonna very quickly grab some of this basalt, because we're gonna need it. So this over here is the hub project that everyone is working on. Basically we are connecting up all of our bases, as you usually do on servers, right? And with a ice road over here, and we're doing this in like a space station-y, a modern kind of style that we agreed on. I'm gonna show you some reference pictures on the screen right now. It's kind of like space stations. The basic idea is that we're gonna have big domes which are gonna be interconnected with these tunnels over here, and that's how we're gonna get around the server. And I'm pretty happy with the design over here. I actually came up with the base design and then it got altered, right? We kind of just discussed what we want to do with it, and this is kind of the end result over here. If you look at this, so we're gonna have these snowy walls all around with orange accents on the top and orange accents on the glass as well, end rods for light so stuff doesn't spawn as frequently. I think we still need to put like buttons and stuff on these blocks over here, because stuff should still be able to spawn on it, sadly. But yeah, we have soul speed, well, soil so we can use soul speed on the sides for anyone who doesn't have a boat on hand, and to anyone who does have a boat on hand, they can use a boat to get around really quickly all around the server, like so. I think there's a hole here. Ooh, okay, we're fine. And another idea that we have is that we can use colored concrete in the snow over here. We're gonna replace the snow with concrete, right? And that is basically gonna lead people to where they wanna go. For example, right? If I and enbentzs and Talmiior, these are our portals over here, are marked with, for example, a lime concrete color, then people can follow the lime concrete line all the way to where we reside. So that's basically gonna act as a support for navigation around the whole Nether Hub. Yeah, that's normal. So we need to just make a quick stop over here in this portal. This is OSR's base. He actually offered the use of his super smelter for the server. His base does look pretty cool, by the way, doesn't it? I'm not sure what it is as of yet. He only seems to have begun work on it, but it does look pretty cool. Yeah, OSR allowed us to use the super smelter he has over here in the basement over here somewhere, I think. To the right? Over here, yeah. He offered that we can use this to smelt off that smooth quartz that you saw that we were using for the Nether Hub. So I'm just gonna quickly place this in the minecart, and it left. It's not much, but it's honest work. So yeah, we're not gonna do any Nether Hub building on camera today. It's something that I'm gonna be working on with our friends on the server, off camera, in between cuts and all that, right? It's a big project that I don't even know how I would show off the process of making it, right? But yeah, we're gonna be building something that I mentioned quite a few times in this series already. I dug this new tunnel over here. We're gonna decorate this in a little bit, and this is actually gonna lead to our brand new project over here, which we set up with OSR. The exterior is still work in progress, that's why we are here right now. But we are going to be selling Nether stuff. Check this place out. So yeah, we just quickly built this with OSR. It's pretty simple interior. We have nether bricks in the roof with red nether bricks over there, some spruce and stuff. And yeah, here you can see what we will be selling. So we will be selling basalt, smooth basalt. Then over here we have nether brick, red nether brick, we have soul soil, blaze rods, nether wart, ender chests, and down here magma blocks, end stone, purple blocks, and end rods, and that is basically it. Do you like this wall, by the way? This was a genius idea by OSR. He put the blue dots over here, which represent my eyes, right? And then he has the big orange eye in the middle, so it's kind of like a mix of those two. So yeah, we just did this together. We kind of just moved around some ideas, right? We kind of mixed and matched our build styles, and it turned out pretty good, I think. And over here there is like a back area where we can store all of the excess stock that we gather, right? So that's pretty cool. And I'm also gonna deposit this over here. This is why I actually brought this. I'm just gonna put in some of this basalt. If you're wondering about those chests near my portal, by the way, enbentzs and Hildegeist actually put in all of the basalt into those, because I wasn't really doing that much digging for the Nether Hub, but they were, and they were like, yeah, let's give Bygl all of the basalt, which I'm appreciative of, because now we have free stock in the shop over here, so that worked out perfectly. But yeah, anyway, tangents aside, let's get rid of this over here. Well, I guess not every build has to be a magnum opus, does it now? So yeah, here it is. It's just a simple facade, nothing else. I'm gonna ask OSR if he has any further ideas on how to improve this, but until then, we're just gonna keep it as simple as it is right now. I don't know if I mentioned this before, by the way, but the shop's name is actually Nether Needs, even though we will be selling a little bit of and stuff, as you can see. So here's a cool thing: we actually added the armor stand book to the server for the season, and I'm gonna try to use it for the first time here now. I think it's trigger if invisible. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. And I'm gonna try to keep most of my builds vanilla-esque, especially in my base, because I like to keep it that way usually, but like for the shops and here in like communal areas, this is pretty cool, I will say. Okay, I'm gonna try to add a few blocks of stock to this and we'll see how it looks. You can't really see the smooth basalt up there, but it's there. But yeah, that's pretty cute. No, I think that's pretty nice. We also have some plant life, just because, you know, usually when you see these display windows, there are like some plants on sides. At least in my country over here, we do have that. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. But yeah, that is basically it for the shop. I don't think there will be any major changes in the future to this, unless OSR has an objection as to how this looks. Until then, though, we do have a few things that we could do around here to improve the look of the shop still. For example, if you look at the terraforming that we did for the pathway to get to the shop, it's yeah, it doesn't look very good, does it? So I'm gonna beef this up a little bit, and I'm gonna try to make it look like proper terrain over here. And the step 1 and the step 2. And there's the finished product with all of the andesite mixed in and some andesite walls, kinda just to simulate some stalagmites and stuff. It's not my best terraforming job, I will say. I tried experimenting a little bit with like all of the glow lichen and stuff. I thought it would look slightly better, but it doesn't add a nice little bit of a glow to this place, and spawn proofs it quite nicely, so I think we're gonna keep it. All in all, I don't think anyone is going to see this anyways, and most people are just gonna walk along the pathway over there and leave over there, where I suppose there might be more shops in the future. I don't know if anyone is going to build anything down here, although I might have an idea as to what I might want to build here. But that's for the future. We're still not done with this shop over here, although there is only one thing left that needs to be done, and that is the actual stocking of the shop. So looking at all of the stuff that we will be selling, I think I could do a few of these relatively quickly. Like, I think I could do the ender chests without much hassle, because I do have a lot of obsidian that I mined in between episodes. Blaze rods we could do, nether warrior. Yeah, I'll gather up some of these things, we'll stock it up, and then I'm gonna I guess ask OSR if there is anything that needs to be done still, and if not, we can open the shop. Oh yeah, and one last thing, check this out, Lena Rain, other side, the music disc. I actually just found this over here. I was just lighting this place up because there were creepers crawling. Oh yeah, it's still not properly lit up, as you can see. But there were creepers like going out or down here somewhere still, and there is a cave opening. I think it's this one over here. Yeah, there was a dungeon over here with the music. This whole time no one cared to actually loot this, So yeah, now we have a Lena Rain underside music disc. I'm just gonna leave this one over here in the barrel at the Moonshine Tavern so people can enjoy that for free whenever they like. Anyways, though, actually, another tangent. I know this is a tangent of a tangent, but here, check this out. Remember this guy? It's Speedy, who we delivered here over at like the third episode, I think. Well, he actually sold out all of the stock that we placed here. I know I haven't really been updating you guys on how he's doing, but he's been selling all of the stuff very, very slowly, and now he's out of stock. So we need to figure out something else for him, because I was hoping that he would sell out in like 2 or 3 episodes, and it took like over 5. So yeah, we might have to figure out something new for Speedy to do. Yeah, this didn't turn out to be mega successful, so yeah, I might have a few ideas stirring. But again, we don't have time for that. We still need to stock up the shop, so let's get to it. Let me tell you, it's been a while since I did a collectathon of this scale for such a varied amount of resources, but hey, it's done. It took like 8 hours, and I usually exaggerate these numbers, but this actually took 8 hours minimum, and I did it all today, so kinda proud of this grind over here. And I forgot to mention, but I did add a few of these lamp posts and fence, and also a little pathway and moss over here, so it actually fits in into the lush cave aesthetic we have going on for the shopping district this season. But anyway, just to show off what I worked on today over here, check this out. We have a full shulker box of blaze rods. This easily took the most time out of all of these things. Well, this stack of ender chests actually might have taken almost as much time, but still, these things, these things are very easy. I just grab the basalt from in front of my Nether Portal. Over here we have smooth basalt, so I just quickly smelted it over at OSR's place again. We have a little bit of endstone. In this one we have popped chorus fruit. I'm gonna convert this with the blaze rods into the end rods we're gonna be selling. And also a little bit more smooth basalt and a little bit more popped chorus fruit. So we have 2 shulkers of that going on. So I'm just very quickly gonna craft all of these things up. I'm gonna put everything into the chest where it belongs. And for the amount of effort that I put into this, I will say this is kinda depressing. Even with this cool pattern, I can't fill up the blaze rod chest. Nether wart still empty. Red nether brick still empty. Nether brick still empty. Soul soil empty. And the chests are looking good though. Look at that. I even have some spares for myself. But then stuff like end rods, this looks pretty cool. This one's empty. This one's barely filled. We have some purple blocks, but that's about it. We have this amount of endstone. Yeah, I'm gonna need to go on a vacation if I wanna fill all of these things up. Yeah, we're gonna leave the stocking of that shop to another time. We're gonna move on to something else over here. And this something else, you might be able to see traces of it on the screen if you're really paying attention. Okay, now it's a little bit more obvious. But I've kept a secret. I kept a secret from you guys. There's actually something that I've been working on for a while in the background now. I am not really a guy who would, build something and then show it off in the next episode. I usually like to bring you guys into the process, but for this build, because of how I was building it and the speed at which I was building it, I kinda decided to just leave it to this type description where I just do it and show it off later. So yeah, this isn't just an ordinary jungle, by the way. This is this season's gaming district for the server, and this is a volcano I built for enbentz and his game called Volcano Wars, which if you have seen last season, you will... This is my ender chest that I've been looking for. This is my... this is my shulker box that I left here. Anyway, yeah, if you've seen last season, you will know that enbentz had a game called Cloud Wars, and this is basically a evolution of that game. And he basically built the game, and he was like, Bygl, wanna help me build the exterior? And I was like, sure. So here it is. It's a pretty simple volcano. Let me fly away so you guys can see it. It's not very, like, you know, proportionally accurate to a volcano, but it's mostly slightly because we needed to carve out a spectator area, and that kinda beefed it up a little bit more than I expected. So the shape is not like 100% the way it should be, but if you look at it, you are like, yeah, this is a volcano. I think that is relatively easy to understand. And as far as that goes, like, if you can make that distinguishment, you know what, I'm just gonna say that I have succeeded. Good enough. So to you guys who haven't seen Cloud Wars in the last season, I'm gonna show you how this game operates. It's a pretty fun game. It's a 1v1v1v1, basically free for all, kind of parkour PvP-esque. Usually what you do is you go to these barrels, you deposit all of your valuables over here, and by valuables I mean everything. You're not allowed to take anything into the arena. All of the players go over here. You put a crossbow over here with 8 arrows into this dropper elevator, which activates once you activate the game. We have the boss over here, and you start the game by pressing the button. Plays a little tune. I got a bit of a lag spike there, so it didn't sound the proper way as it should, but yeah, this is the arena. So the idea is that once you get ejected out of the water stream over here, you're gonna go to these ladders and you're gonna climb up. Now, once the game starts, there is a timer running in the background, which eventually is gonna eject lava from those dispensers. So basically, you're gonna try to go up here as quickly as possible, because if you don't, well, you're gonna get burned. So once you're up here on top of the ladder, the objective is to get to that barrel as quickly as possible, because that barrel has a big advantage in it, and that is the crossbow, right, that we sent up. So once you make your way up here, you can grab the crossbow and shoot all of the other players around you. This is basically a game-winning item once you safely get your hands on it. However, if someone else has the crossbow, or the crossbow was like lost in lava or something, you have to resort into punching them off of the arena, and this can be quite tricky. You kind of need to find a cloud that has like these kind of blocks behind it, so when you're punching someone, they are gonna fall, but you are gonna just hit the cloud over here. It's kind of a like pick your battle, right? Like you kind of need to distinguish which cloud is safe and which is not, and it's a big tactical PvP mind game basically. Or you can just be like me and just run at enemies and punch them and see who falls down first, because that's the way I play the game. Now, I could go into full detail explaining this thing, but I think it's gonna be way more fun to just, you know, show it off via gameplay. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go.
Get him, get him, get him.
And first to the door, maybe. Oh no! You're going down, maybe. Oh no! Oh, I could have saved that.
Oh, the lava's on. Oh.
How did the fireworks look? How did the fireworks look? Oh hey, watch out!
I didn't set my spawn.
Man's down. Man's down. No.
Yes. No!
Yes. And go.
Get him. Get him.
No.
Oh.
Mag is silence.
Oh, you just killed me.
Oh dang it! All mini beats. Hiya. And Mag, this shall be a duel, and I shall be the winner. I don't even need to do anything. People just die. Fireworks for me. Oh, those are beautiful. Look at that. That's what I thought. That's how it is. Oh no. No, no, no. Oh my goodness, how did I survive? And he survived as well. What a legend. No, you don't. Oh. Boom.
Oh, nice.
And one last man standing. I only have 2 more arrows. I think I win. I win. Whoopsies, daisies. Whoa. No, no. I don't wanna die. Oh. No, yes. I shall return from the dead. Back to that. And now the final battle shall commence. And I will never give up. I am giving up. And thence you shall know death. There you go. Oh, get him!
Of course I was recording.
Oh. No, lava, not the lava, not the lava. Not the lava, no!
You can make the
Get in the lava, no!
It's possible.
Oh, I'm good.
It's possible to make the jump.
It is.
It's possible.
I am so going to do this. Hiya! And there you go, that is Volcano Wars for ya. Now that I'm doing this, I really wish I was playing Volcano Wars. That was way more enjoyable than this. But hey, someone needs to get the snow for the Nether Hub, right? We are over at enbentz's base, by the way, and he built a snow farm that we are allowed to use for the purposes of building the Nether Hub for the season. I did check the dogs, by the way. He has not seen the dogs as of yet. And yeah, this is gonna be my life for the next, like, week, I'm assuming, so... yeah. But I'm so excited to see the Nether Hub done that honestly, I am very much looking forward to actually delivering all of this stuff over to the shopping district so people can use it. If you guys are curious about this thing and how it was built and designed, I do recommend checking out enbentz's video. But for the time being, that is it from me, so thank you everyone so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Have yourselves a wonderful rest of the day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!